All right, here we are. All right, so we're going to go through a Gimkit that's going to cover ancient India and a bit of what you should know for this Gimkit, and hopefully you'll learn something. Some of it will be very easy, and some of it will not. Let's get after it. All right, here we go. So first things first, India is something you should know. It's a subcontinent. Y'all know that. It's kind of easy. Let's move on. All right, India's climate is shaped by seasonal winds called monsoons. And y'all know there's a lot more to that than just saying monsoons. There's winter monsoons, summer monsoons, dry, there's wet, all types of things. All right, Buddhism. We haven't talked about this very much, so we'll slow down on this one. So according to Buddhism, the end of suffering in life is called nirvana. Anybody ever heard of nirvana? Oh, I got some hands going up. Yeah, that's awesome. Y'all heard of the rock band Nirvana? That's where they get their name. And in Nirvana, that's their end. That's like their heaven. Okay, we'll talk more about what Buddhism believes. So the end of suffering, they believe that life is suffering. And there's an end to it called nirvana. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. All right. How is a person's social class determined in a caste system? Okay. In the caste system, we've talked about this. The Hindus believe that your job determines what caste you are in. All right, in India, this is easy. There's two main rivers, the Indus River and the Ganges River. The Indus River is where the people of India started. The first folks there. The Ganges River is the most holy and polluted river in India. All right, Buddhism is based on the teachings from this guy named Sid, I call him, but his real name is Siddhartha Gautama. Siddhartha Gautama. I call him Sid. That's where Buddhism comes from. I'll tell you that story in a minute. All right, who brought Hinduism into India? That's those Aryans. They brought their idea that some people are better than other people. They put them in a ranking system, and the Aryans did all this, and it still exists today. All right, what you do in this life determines what happens in the next life is karma. So if you do good, you're going to move up. If you do bad, you're going to move down. That's karma. Lots of ways to describe karma. This is another way to do it. What you do in this life determines what happens in the next life. All right, here we go. What is the only way that someone could gain entrance into a higher caste? So we're talking about Hinduism now. How do you move up? You could say this lots of ways. You have good karma and good dharma. All right, or simply put, if you live a good life according to that karma and dharma, you will be reincarnated into a higher caste. Okay. Which of the following could people do only within their caste? Okay. None of the above in this question here. They can't marry outside of their caste. They can't even go eat with people outside their caste. They can't even be friends with people outside their caste. If you're in a caste, and that's the word caste is the meaning the different levels. So if you're high caste, all right, and you're low caste, that's all the different levels of Hinduism. All right. This group is considered dirty and unclean. They are the outcasts of society. This is what we're going to talk about most as we end studying India. And they are called the Untouchables. They only deal with trash, dead bodies, the thing that people would think of as filth of society. All right, according to Buddhism, if a person gave up all desires, now we're not talking about Hinduism, we're talking about Buddhism now. How do you end suffering? It says this, according to Buddhism, if all people give up your desires, what you want, he or she would reach nirvana, and that would end suffering in your life. So how do you live a good life according to a Buddhist? You want nothing. You want nothing at all. You end all desire. All right, here we go. So the founder of Buddhism, Siddhartha Gautama, the founder of Buddhism, was born as a prince. He was born very rich. All right. When the soul comes back in the next life, it is called reincarnation. So when you die, you come back, it's reincarnation. That's been repeated a couple times, and that's okay. So what does polytheism mean? You believe in many gods. Y'all knew that already. What is the tallest mountain in the Himalayan mountain range? That is Mount Everest. Y'all know that too. Which of the following is Buddha also known as? They call him after he sat under a tree for 49 days, wondering what is all this suffering in the world? Boom, something happened. He became the enlightened one. And that's what all Buddhists want to do. They want to become enlightened. And we'll talk more about that in a minute. All right, India is located on this continent, Asia. What comes around goes around is another way to describe what? Describe karma. All right, here we go. The Vedas. All right, this is something that is kind of like their Bible. The Vedas are the sacred religious books for who? The Hindus, the Vedas. All right, sometimes you hear the Rig Veda. That would go follow in there too. According to legend, how did Siddhartha find his answer in his new religion? So I just mentioned that. He wandered around for many, many years trying to figure out what suffering was. And all of a sudden he plopped himself under a tree to meditate, and he sat there without eating at all for 40. I've heard 40 days. This says 49 days, and he finally understood. He became the enlightened one and the Buddha himself. All right, here we go. Blank is considered India's holiest river, the Ganges. We know that already. In Hinduism, the end of the cycle of rebirth, one must reach, what is it? Moksha. So as they move up that caste, they're being good their whole life. They live, they die, they live, they die, they live, they die. Can reach the top. One more time, they die, they reach moksha. And this cycle of rebirth and death ends for them. They join the Brahmin. All right, here we go. Cows are sacred to this religion because they provide milk. That is Hindus. According to Blank, you should get rid of your extra wants and desires if you want to live a happy life. That is Buddhism. You should want nothing as a Buddhist, and that's how you live a happy life. What religion is practiced by the majority of India citizens? That would be Hinduism. 95% are Hindus. Where do Hindus worship? They worship in temples. Which jobs do the Untouchables? Another word for that is called Dalits. The Untouchables, again, are the very bottom of the caste system, lower than the caste system. They're not even considered to be on the caste system. Remember, the caste system is those levels of Hinduism. So which jobs do the Untouchables perform according to the caste system? They do the dirty stuff, clean the toilets, sweeping the streets, collecting garbage, dealing with dead bodies. All right, in Buddhism, all right, Prince Siddhartha Gautama was inspired to leave his royal family in search for enlightenment because he actually snuck out of his castle and he saw some people sick and dying and begging. He saw suffering for the very first time. It shocked him and made him take off. All right. India is the original home of these two religions, Hinduism and Buddhism. Sanskrit, something kind of new to some of y'all, is the ancient language of India. That's right. India experiences two blank during the summer and winter that bring rain, wind, snow, and floods. Y'all would know that. That's the monsoons. All right, blank want their souls to go to nirvana, while blank want their souls to rest in moksha. So nirvana goes along with the Buddhists, and moksha goes along with the Hindus. The Indo-Europeans who started Hinduism and the caste system, they were called, started with the A, the Aryans. Buddhists do not believe in the caste system. So Hindus started the caste system with the Aryans. They did it of higher and lower. Buddhists don't believe in it. Anybody can be, just equal. How many gods are found in Buddhism? Depends on what type of Buddhist you are. But for the majority of them, there's no gods. Some of them think Buddha's a god, but not all of them, not very much at all. All right. So Mohenjo-daro and Harappa were found in what river valley civilization? That is the Indus, Mohenjo-daro and Harappa. Monsoons are winds, seasonal wind patterns. Y'all know that. The Ganges River is also known as the sacred river of India, or a holy river. The religion in India with the most followers is Hinduism. 95% of the people in India are Hindus. India is known as a subcontinent. That one's repeated. Reaching a state of perfect peace is known as nirvana. We'll play some music from Nirvana today. A major difference between Hinduism and Buddhism is that Hindus are polytheistic. Buddhists really don't believe in a god. It's just a way to live. All right, why did people settle in the Indus River Valley? So for them, when there wasn't a lot of people, it was a good place for irrigation, transportation, and communication, like all the other river valley civilizations. What advancement did the people of ancient India not have? They had irrigation. They actually started the decimal system, like 1.5, 1.3, 6.2, and they had sewage systems, made them very advanced. No, they don't have electricity yet. What does the Noble Eight Path consist of? All right, so Buddhists say if you follow this eightfold path, you will reach happiness, right thought, right intentions, right speech, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness. If you do these 8 things, you'll end up with perfect peace and eventually moksha. All right, how long did Siddhartha meditate before finding enlightenment? 49 days. Okay, which caste would have included the merchants? All right, you have these castes in Hinduism. The merchants are the Vaishya. The top is the Brahmins, a Vaishya. All right, which animals would be considered the most important in India? That's your cows, your goats, anything that produces milk. All right, what determined what caste a person belonged to? It's where they were born into whatever caste their parents belong to. So, what your mom and daddies are, that's what you are. So, India's caste system was a division of the society into social classes that were rigid and unchanging. So, if you're born as a doctor, lawyer, that's what you'll be. So, it's rigid and unchanging. Let's keep rolling here. What major religion teaches conformity, following a caste system? What religion, when you are born, teaches you to stay right there? You can't move up. You can't better yourself. All right, that is Hinduism. Okay, and the last one, Buddhists do not believe in the caste system. Okay, and we'll talk more about that in class. Thank you for watching. And if you need anything else, just shoot me a comment, reply, whatever. And Fridays are awesome. We'll see you on the next one.